After finally issuing an apology for his connection to an anti-Semitic movie, Kyrie Irving will be allowed to rejoin the Brooklyn Nets and finally end his suspension. The first time Irving made headlines was when he shared a link to the YouTube video Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America, which is based on a book that asserts many high-ranking Jews have reported to be worshiping Satan and Lucifer. Now, of course, this caused a lot of uproar and anger from so many that he was immediately suspended until he apologized for his actions. So many are wondering, why did it take him so long to apologize? Did he really mean it? Well, let's take a look. First up, Kyrie Irving has finally apologized for his nasty comments towards the Jewish community. But why did it take him so long? Despite being allowed to rejoin the Brooklyn Nets, Kyrie Irving is still a hot issue in the NBA. It's safe to say there will always be controversy whenever his name is brought up in conversation. Kyrie is one of the NBA's most divisive players, and his latest antics only proved that even more. Kyrie experienced severe backlash after posting an anti-Semitic movie on social media, with many people immediately coming at him. Joe Tsai, the Nets owner, and NBA Commissioner Adam Silver both had harsh words for the NBA player. Irving appeared in a contentious exchange with a reporter when he claimed that he didn't advertise anything on his platforms. Irving adopted this stance again when speaking with reporters and never once seemed to regret his actions, which led to him digging into a deeper hole. Now, it didn't come until he was physically suspended. Only then did he finally apologize for his hurtful words. Additionally, he made an appearance on a video discussing this matter, apologizing once more for sharing this movie and making it clear that he doesn't hate anyone or the Jewish people. Additionally, he explained why he first refused to apologize in front of reporters, saying that he believed he was doing so as a means of self-preservation and that he approached all of the comments very defensively. He explained, "I felt like I was protecting my character and I reacted out of pure defense." It's clear now that Kyrie wants to move on and only concentrate on basketball. Throughout his 3 years in Brooklyn, the 2016 NBA champion has been embroiled in controversy, and one can only hope that this is the last time he finds himself in such a predicament. The Nets are now acting differently, and Kyrie's return might help them advance. We hope this is the last controversy for the unpredictable NBA player. Secondly, how exactly did the apology play out? Following the backlash that resulted from him endorsing a movie that promoted anti-Semitic tropes, Kyrie Irving has apologized and provided some justification for his actions in a new interview. The Nets officially suspended him on November 3rd after he took part in 2 press conferences during which he failed to apologize or denounce the anti-Semitic material he had shared. A few hours later, Irving apologized on Instagram. He issued a non-apologetic statement 5 days before, claiming that he never intended to offend anyone. At that time, however, he expressed very little to no regret. After being out for over 2 weeks and missing 8 games, the point guard is anticipated to play against the Memphis Grizzlies on Sunday. In that time, he has visited with Jewish community members, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, and Nets governors Joe and Clara Wu Tsai. He has also had time to ponder his actions. His compliance with a series of objective steps to address the detrimental consequences of his conduct was one of the requirements for his suspension, and it appears that he has done all of these. Now, following his comments, Nike severed ties with Irving after his suspension, and his postponed repentance has affected the young people who look up to him and believe what he says. He also explained that that was the most painful experience of the whole thing. Now, Irving has continued to state that he has changed and that he no longer harbors those hateful feelings towards different groups, but many speculate that he has only done all of this to save his career. Many believe he accidentally slipped and showed his true colors, but of course, this is all speculation. But what do you think? Is Irving really apologetic, or is it just so that he can get back on the court sooner? In other NBA news, Ben Simmons is once again plagued with an injury. Now, is anyone surprised by this? Due to a strained upper calf, according to the Nets, Ben Simmons will likely have to be sidelined for the next 3 games due to a strained left upper calf. Before the recent Nets game against Washington, Coach Jacques Vaughn said that Simmons had requested to leave their victory over Orlando on Monday night due to pain in the back of his knee. It turns out it was his calf, not the knee, that was hurt. Before being evaluated again, Simmons will also miss his team's upcoming home games against Toronto and Boston. Simmons didn't recall a specific incident, and the injury may have just been brought on by playing several games after sitting out much of the previous season. Before this, Simmons missed 5 games because of his left knee issues. The Nets also said that Yuta Watanabe's strained right hamstring will also keep him from playing this week. When he was hurt following a victory against Memphis on November 20th, the forward was leading the NBA in three-point shooting percentage. So as you can see, this is a huge blow for the Nets, but fingers crossed both players will heal quickly and be back on the court in no time. Next up, why were the royal family at the Miami Heat NBA NBA game. For their game against the Miami Heat this past Wednesday night, the Boston Celtics hosted royalty at the TD Garden. Prince William and Catherine, aka the Prince and Princess of Wales, apparently stopped by to watch some basketball as part of their royal tour to the Boston region this week. Now, of course, the trip to Boston would only be complete after attending a Celtics game. Before Friday's second Earshot Prize event at MGM Music Hall, Prince William and Catherine, visiting the U.S. for the first time since 2014, met with Boston Mayor Michelle Wu. The Earthshot Award is a program that invites people to propose solutions to deal with various environmental problems and climate change issues. According to the foundation, prizes are given in 5 categories, with each earning £1 million for preserving and restoring nature, purifying the air, reviving oceans, creating a world without waste, and addressing climate change. Following his appearance at the game, the Prince even addressed the NBA community, stating, "To the people of Boston, thank you." Prince William said in a statement, "I'm so grateful to you for allowing us to host the second year of the Earthshot Prize in your great city. Catherine and I can't wait to meet many of you in the days ahead." Finally, the Dallas Mavericks have been struggling, but now that they finally acquired Kemba Walker, will their performance improve? After almost a quarter of the year, the Dallas Mavericks have stumbled out of the gate this NBA season, finishing with a 9-10 record. Even though Luka Doncic is now on another MVP-caliber rampage, his team will have little success, and he will still end up empty-handed. Dallas obviously needs some serious help, so it's better to be late than never for the Mavericks. In the Kemba Walker situation, Walker, a 6'0" point guard who was an unrestricted free agency and coming off a season in which he scored 25.6 points per game, had been sought after by them in the summer of 2019. The Mavericks were willing to give Walker the maximum contract in exchange for pairing him with Rookie of the Year Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis, who was still healing from knee surgery. Walker ended up in Boston, so that didn't work out. However, finally, the Mavericks officially sealed the deal recently by signing Walker to a veteran's minimum contract. Of course, they wouldn't have received the same Walker that was performing in 2019. The 11-year veteran has lost some of the pace that made him so unstoppable in his peak due to various injuries, but Walker is still only 32, and Mavericks, who have faced him in the past, are aware of his killer potential. But it must be noted that Walker has recently experienced left knee issues. In his most recent season, the 2020-21 season, he played just 43 games while averaging 19.3 points. He played just 37 games in his first season with the New York Knicks, averaging 11.6 points per game before being benched. Walker played 8 seasons with Charlotte after being selected 9th overall in the 2011 draft. His averages over his career are 19.5 points, 5.3 assists, and 3.8 rebounds. Not bad, right? The main concern with Walker is if he can revive his career in Dallas the same way Derrick Rose was able to do in New York. Dallas's desire to find another reliable ball handler and scorer makes sense, but Walker will only be able to influence so much of this club at this point. Like many others, this signing won't matter if Luka isn't willing to give up some control and involve his teammates more. Unfortunately, guys, that's all the time we have for today, so make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, thanks for watching.